next Spark presenter is a leading authority who helps business professionals have success under stress and imagine what is possible as they move to the next level. Please welcome CEO, business psychologist, author, trainer, and inspiring advocate for women's leadership, Sharon Melnick.
At age 33, I go to a benefit rock concert. And as the stands are starting to fill, I notice a cluster of people right over here to my left. There's one person that I recognize. It's Tipper Gore, wife of the then sitting vice president, Al Gore. She was a champion for women's empowerment. So without overthinking, I go right over to her. Hi, I'm Dr. Sharon Melnick. I do psychology research at Harvard Medical School. I help women have resilience and confidence in their work and families. So we start talking. And then she's telling me about her daughter, Sarah, who's at Harvard. We're having like a girlfriend moment, you know, like a little estrogen fest. And all of a sudden, she turns to her chief of staff and she says, Melissa, would you get Dr. Melnick's contact information? We want to bring her down to the White House to share the policy implications of her research. What an honor. So now it's a few weeks later, Monday evening, I'm lacing up my sneaks to go for a run, and the phone rings. Melissa? She tells me about Tipper's national initiatives, and my heart is like pounding. You know, I'm like, all that hard work to know something about this, my whole life devoted to helping each woman make the contribution that she's been put here to make. And then she says, will you come down to the White House to share the policy implications of your research? So what do you think I say? Of course. I say, no. Well, I don't say no, I hedge, I say I'll get back to you, but essentially, I say no. Even though I had been told that I was really good at what I do, even though I had insights that no one else in the room could have, in my bones, I didn't feel like I was worthy of a seat at that table. Honestly, I just didn't feel ready. And I was already overwhelmed, so how could I, take on more? So I prioritized my own evaluation of myself over the contribution that I could have made for millions of women. Have you had a next level opportunity that you didn't feel ready for or worthy of? If you want to have impact and influence, you must have confidence. Confidence is a greater predictor than your competence of your career success and earnings. Confidence makes up 79% of your gravitas. You will speak up. You will lift up from your comfort zone and act like a strategic leader. You will fearlessly offer bold ideas. Other people pick up how you show up. Even if it's biased, 76% of women have on their performance reviews confidence comments like, not confident enough, emotional, arrogant. We all tell ourselves, I know I need to be more gentle with myself, or, I want to be more confident, but what does it really mean? So I want to share with you an insight from that research that I did at Harvard Medical School, how I've become confident, and you can too. And I want to show you that it may be that the ways that you've been trying to build your confidence might be the very thing that is interfering with you becoming that confident leader. And then I'll show you the fastest proven way to build that confidence at work and at home. Okay? She's in. Bring it on. Okay. In order to be a confident leader, you must feel what's in this lower right-hand corner, confident and owning your value. Now, at any given moment, how you evaluate yourself is reflected in this lower left-hand corner. And if you are self-critical or doubt yourself or compare yourself just, in critical moments, then you can't be rock solid in that lower right-hand corner, but you're motivated to get there. That negative voice will set up behaviors that are intended to help you get there. And from having coached hundreds of women, I've seen two common patterns. Maybe you do one or both. To build confidence, you'll act towards other people in order to get them to think well of you, so that they will approve of you or validate you or reassure you. And when they do so, then you could say, well, then I must be worthy. Behaviors that you might do in order to get others to think well of you: you might over-prepare. You might micromanage. You might pressure yourself to be perfect without distinguishing when it's helpful, like are you preparing your presentation for the boardroom meeting, versus when it's harmful, are you reworking a project that's ready to go. You might present yourself in a way to kind of fish for a compliment. You might keep asking for opinions even when you could trust yourself to make the decision. You might kind of try to prove that you're right. These are ways of trying to kind of get your confidence via others' praise. Or the opposite. You might act to prevent other people from criticizing you or being disappointed in you. When I said no to the White House, I was trying to prevent them from judging me. Do you have something valuable to say, but you don't speak up or challenge a norm? Do you not ask for resources that could help you contribute? Do you put off kind of taking those next career steps? These are indirect ways of getting where you want to go. These behaviors have helped you to get to where you are now. But will they help you play that bigger game? No. And why? When you manage other people's perceptions, just in that key moment, it does work to a degree. I mean, you get the compliment, you don't get criticized, but it's fleeting. Confidence doesn't accumulate inside of you, and then you have to keep involving other people, right? Yes, you get the small win. I mean, no one at the White House judged me, but did I get the big win of helping millions of people? That was a work-related decision that I made based on my own feelings, not about the work. These are indirect behaviors. This is the long way, the slow way, right? And it feels very mental, kind of pressured inside, almost like a little controlling. And it's exhausting. I mean, all of that effort that you do to get results. And do you feel rock solid here, in that lower right-hand corner, confident? No. So what's the solution? Go direct. Go direct. Go direct. When you get your confidence from within and from satisfaction with your contributions. Go direct is from the heart. You get and give joy with your work. I want to share 2 strategies to get you started going direct. And I'll do so through Linda. She's a woman that I coached at a healthcare organization. Linda was self-critical, and she was very frustrated that she couldn't get her boss to kind of recognize and promote her. First, take yourself out of it and focus on your purpose. Linda is trying to get her boss to kind of make her feel valued. Indirect, small game. Linda focusing on her purpose and the value she could bring, big game. She was passionate about resolving a technology breakdown in the company. One thing that she did was she convened a monthly meeting, very productive for all interested parties. And by the 3rd month, it was like the go-to meeting for influencers in the organization who really wanted to get things done. She became a respected thought leader, and she had joy in her role again. What enabled Linda to take the pressure out of the relationship with her boss and focus on her purpose? She stopped taking her boss's behavior personally because of her own doubt. Yes, you can get rid of that negative voice. Second, instead of controlling others' perceptions, control yourself. So Linda defined, who do I need to be in order to have the experience that I want and create the results that I want? And then she consistently showed up as that person. Linda wanted to be a calm, confident leader. She wanted to be kind of above the fray of politics. So she coined this kind of who I want to be person, poised change agent. She was intentional as she went throughout her day. Am I being a poised change agent? What would it look like to be a poised change agent in this situation? And within 4 months, without kind of struggling around how to self-promote, she was noticed by her boss's peer and promoted into a global role. Go direct is the fastest way to become a leader, a confident leader. It's what's enabled me to say yes to sharing skills for resilience during change and women's leadership at organizations. And it's been a privilege, really, to train at some of your organizations. So now it's your turn. What's the impact and influence that you want to have? And I leave you with this challenge. Make this the year, this the day, that you become that confident leader that you've always wanted to be at work and at home. Now, to get you started, take out your phones, and I want you to text to this number, and then write HBA and hit send. Text to this number, write HBA and hit send, because I've put together an assessment for you. You'll see how you respond in varying leadership situations. It will show you, are you being a confident leader? Which type of leader? And then it will give you a confidential, personalized report with insights, how to get on the fast track, how to perform with more peace of mind. And then you'll be set up to advance. You'll live up to your potential, and others will want your voice at the table. Now, speaking of a voice at the table, would it be okay if I shared with you what I'm doing on November 19th? Would that be okay? Because as you can see from this confirmation email, I'm going to be presenting at the White House. You know, the Dalai Lama said, the world will be changed by women leaders. So start by taking the assessment, step up, and let's create a confidence revolution for women.